Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Let's build a YouTube family together. Can you please subscribe my channel to show me support and help me to grow my channel? This is part 2 of Silent Protocol. Let's start. Caleb set the dossier down, staring at the last image for a long, quiet moment. The red X over his face felt like a verdict. "We've been compromised," he said, his voice tight. Victoria didn't respond immediately. Instead, she picked up the phone, which had begun to buzz with an incoming message. Her eyes flashed quickly over the screen before she pressed it into her pocket. "They know you're involved," she finally said. Her words clipped. "Who knows? The same people who wanted Malenko dead," Caleb asked, more to himself than to her. "No," she said, looking up. "Not dead. He's the key to something much larger. The breach wasn't an accident. It was engineered. Someone's reactivating the network, and they need him alive." Caleb felt the familiar pull of the past. A shadowy world he thought he'd left behind. He had walked away years ago, after the operation was shut down, after she was killed. "What exactly does this network do?" Caleb asked, his voice heavy with doubt. "The old network was dismantled. After Malenko's escape, we erased every trace, every file, every person." Victoria leaned forward, the edge of her voice cutting through the tension. "We didn't erase everyone. We missed someone. Who?" She hesitated, then pushed the burned phone toward him. "I'm sending you a location. Meet me there in 30 minutes. We'll discuss it then." Caleb glanced at the screen and address in South Boston. He didn't need to ask why she hadn't told him directly. They both knew the risks of talking too much. In this world, trust was fleeting. "Whether rush?" he asked, pocketing the phone. "The signal's already been traced. Whoever's behind this knows we're looking, and they'll be watching us too." Caleb nodded. He grabbed his jacket and checked his gun before heading to the door. Victoria followed him down the hall of the apartment building, her footsteps light but purposeful. They exited into the rain, their collars turned up to shield themselves from the downpour. The world outside felt wrong, somehow heavy and urgent. Caleb kept his senses sharp as they moved toward his car, a beat-up black sedan he kept parked a few blocks away. He didn't trust new cars, new plates, or new anything. The world was too small, the stakes too high. He slid into the driver's seat, Victoria beside him, and started the engine. The streets were empty, soaked with the relentless rain. As they drove, Caleb couldn't shake the feeling that they were being followed. It was instinct, something he'd learned over years of running operations that required watching his back every moment. He glanced at Victoria. She wasn't looking at him but at the rearview mirror. Her jaw was tight. "Do you feel it?" Caleb asked. She nodded slowly. "They're here." He gripped the steering wheel tighter. He knew this game too well, but it had been years. He hadn't expected to play again. "You said this was about Malenko. What else is there?" Caleb asked, his voice low, his eyes flicking to the mirror. The red taillight of a car had appeared, following them at a safe distance. "You don't remember?" Victoria replied, her voice almost a whisper. "I thought you'd made the connection already." His pulse quickened as they turned onto a quieter street. The car behind them followed. "The network wasn't just about gathering intel. It wasn't just about manipulation," she said, voice colder now. "It was about control, about hacking the system at its core. People, events, institutions, all of it. A shadow government, the real power." He pulled a sharp turn onto an alleyway, narrowly avoiding the tailing vehicle. The chase was on now. He could hear the tires skidding behind them as they followed into the alley. But Caleb wasn't concerned. He knew this part of town. The black sedan was still behind them, but just then, the car pulled off, cutting sharply onto another street. "Who are they?" Victoria demanded. "Local thugs." "Maybe," Caleb muttered, his hand steady on the wheel. "Could be anyone but someone with access to tracking technology. Maybe it's a distraction." But Caleb didn't believe it for a second. He knew better than to trust a simple answer. This wasn't a game of distraction. He floored the accelerator, cutting through the city, weaving between cars and streetlights. They reached the location in South Boston, a dimly lit warehouse surrounded by abandoned lots. A perfect place for a clandestine meeting. As he parked, Victoria grabbed his arm. "Wait," Caleb looked at her. "What?" "This is it. They want us here." "What the hell are you talking about? We've already been followed, and we're here to meet the source." Victoria's face was grim. "The signal's been turned. You think you were the only one they planned for?" Caleb's heart raced. "What are you saying?" "They knew you'd come," she said, voice dangerously low. "The real operation's already in motion." Suddenly, the warehouse door creaked open.